Hello and welcome to week number 2 of the Smite Oceanic Pro League. I am Husey, and joining me today is Nightfall.
Hey Husey, tonight we have got some great games for everyone watching, for you and me, Husey, for everyone. We've got Avant versus Law starting us off, and then Invidious versus Synapse. Starting us off right now though is Avant Garde versus Law Gaming, and we're right into the pick and bans. Nothing banned out right away, but what do you think is going to be banned out first, Husey?
I think, considering Avant Garde is first pick, they want to leave themselves something strong like an Kwang or a Ratatoska. So I expect to see something along the lines of maybe a Guardian ban, maybe a Sylvanas or Athena, or possibly Bologna, just to deny that away from Law Gaming. Just quickly, before we get right into all that stuff, as you folks may have heard, the Oceanic Pro League is now on the Smite season ticket that's available in your Smite game right now, and that will be live from next week's games. So be sure to keep up with all the action here on TeamDownTV too, to be informed about who are the best teams, who are the best players, so you can earn yourself some nice fantasy points. And now, as we look at our bans, it is Bologna, in fact, banned out from the side of Avant Garde, and Kwang banned out from Law Gaming.
Yeah, both are super strong. Bologna not nerfed just yet. In the new patch, her ultimate is getting a removal of scaling, flat cooldown of 75 seconds. So right now she's still very strong. Great late game, great early game as well. And that ultimate, of course, buffing her and everyone in an area, stunning anyone. It's such a potent ability. Kwang as well, really strong. Currently top tier in the meta, as we see him banned, first banned from Law, and Geb as well, taken away from Avant.
Yeah, taken away by Avant, which is interesting because we know Biggie likes to play himself some Geb, and you know, with that off the table, I still think Biggie's got a tremendous god pull and it won't affect him too much. Kwang though is extremely strong, just outputs just tons of magical damage. And you know, you get him to late game and he'll just eat your team apart.
As we saw from Al Chuckles yesterday.
Oh my goodness, yeah, he did some serious work. He did some serious work with that. And then you can see Athena banned out on the side of Law Gaming as well. So that leaves open Sylvanas and Ratatoska. Now, the thing about Ratatoska is you don't want to be picking him if Fenrir is still available. So I don't think Avant is going to be looking for him here. The Athena banned out as well. I like the Athena ban. We saw again yesterday, Chuckles did some work on Athena. And as well as in other games where Athena was played, just did a tremendous amount of work with her taunts, her shield walls, able to secure a lot of damage and set up for her teammates. We could see first pick is going to be Sylvanas on the side of Avant Garde. So Sylvanas, I think, brings a lot to team fights, with especially his heals and his CC. Talk to me a little bit about the big tree, Nightfall.
The big tree, AoE basic attacks, while they were nerfed and they were super strong, they're still very good for pushing the lane up. His sustain in lane with the wisps is amazing. You don't need to have Devourer's gloves on your AD carry. You can build Transcendence safely. His initiation is fantastic with a blink Wrath of Terror, and he can get someone out of position with that Verdant Growth and Nature's Grasp combo, pulling them into the enemy team and destroying them. So
that's
as we see,
Apollo
picks,
Agni.
Yeah,
that leaves the rat open. That leaves the rat open for Avant Garde to pick, and they can pick Fenrir as well along with it to just kind of like, well, I mean, that's the counter to Ratatoska, and you've left them open for us. But the Agni Apollo, great for split pushing. Was played the solo lane a lot, kind of the past half better. Not so great now when the ADC comes online a lot later in the game. Agni provides a lot to team fights with his fire bombs and that great tick damage with Path of Flames and Flame Wave and all the different stuff that Agni can do for your team. But now we see Avant Garde just going to go ahead and pick up that Janus and Ratatoska, and that is just so much cross-map mobility for them.
Yeah, that mobility is absolutely insane right now. So Ratatoska, if you don't know why Fenrir is the counter to Ratatoska, it's because of his Brutalize, his number 3 ability. He will follow Ratatoska through every single one of his dashes. So he'll deal all ticks of damage even when Ratatoska tries to get away. But yeah, so Janus and Ratatoska. Janus can be utility, can be damage as well, but his kit is very, very utility with that through space and time. As we see the last pick coming through is Loki for lore before the third bans come through.
Another great split pusher as well, and if he gets into your backline, can do it's just horrendous what he will do to your backline. And so, you know, that Janus could be in for a bit of trouble if he's assassinated by that Loki. Next set of bans coming out, it is going to be Ares banned by Avant Garde and Osiris banned by Lore Gaming, and then the next pick by Lore will be that Ymir pick. We know Chilled likes to play Ymir, does great work with his freezes and walls. We saw Just Jelly do some very nice work with it in week 1 in the match between Ivory and Invidious. Talk to me about what Ymir brings to the table.
His control, tankiness, those are the two main things. He's got a lot of early game damage with his passive, Frostbite, increasing his basic attack damage to 100% after using ability on an enemy. So but it's the control with the wall, the freeze, the slow, and the tankiness. It's very, very difficult to take him down. As we see another pick coming through, that was Fenrir and Neith from the side of Avant.
Yeah, so Fenrir just going to take that once again away. Like, it made it through the ban phases, made it through the pick phases. Why not grab that for ourselves? And Neith as well provides a lot in the team fights. You know, she can get a nice World Weaver off to initiate. You know, the Spirit Arrow as well, combined with the backflip. You know, that explosion of CC is just incredible. Back towards Lore Gaming, we can see the final pick is going to be Serket. So it looks like that's going to be a Loki solo Serket jungle. And that is a lot of shredding of squishy targets.
Yeah, that's a lot of to jump on your backline and absolutely destroy them. With Agni, he can drop bombs on the backline, he can stun them up. Serket, of course, with that crit damage and
he keeps on forgetting
what he wrote down, the whole crit. Sorry, so Serket jumping on their face with the last breath, and then Loki as well with that assassinate is not looking good for the backline of Avant. But speaking of which, the front line. Let's talk about the front line of Avant. That is Fenrir and Sylvanas. So Fenrir, it seems to be solo. That's on Sporks right now. We're seeing Fenrir do really well in other regions, in almost every position, except for mid, mainly.
Yeah, like, Fenrir can do a lot of different things. The one thing to notice about Avant's combo is they're all pretty mobile, except for that Sylvanas, and that's the support, so it doesn't really need to be that mobile, but obviously, Ratatoska has an infinite amount of dashes, pretty much. Fenrir's got his jump, his brutalize, and he's got his Ragnarok ultimate. Janus, of course, has got all the portals in the world, and Neith's got a backflip that can get her out of a lot of sticky situations. So it's going to be very hard for Lore Gaming to be able to pin down any one Avant and pick them off. They're really going to have to do a lot of their work in the team fights to really do too much to this Avant combo.
And we'll have to see how both teams gave both of their compositions to their strengths and see who exploits what. And Husey, we're going to jump straight into game. Guys, we're going to have 2 minutes and then we'll be right into this first match of Avant versus Lore.
Hello and welcome to our first game of the second week of the Smite Oceanic Pro League between Avant Garde and Law Gaming. Avant Garde look like they've got an extremely strong composition coming out in this one. It'll be tough for Law Gaming to counter that. I am Husey, and joining me for this broadcast will be Nightfall.
Hello everyone, how are we doing today? That was kind of creepy, but let's go straight into it. Let's introduce our teams. Husey on the top side of the minimap, that's the right side of the spectator UI. In the solo lane for Law Gaming is Shrek on Loki. In the jungle will be Sensors on Circuit. In the mid lane is Goldie on Agni. He's calm and ready to drop bombs. And in a duo lane it will be the Frosty Chilled and Dante on Ymir and Apollo.
Yeah, Chilled picks an apt god for his name. Alrighty, folks, fighting out of the order side of the map, under the blue health bars, left side of your spectator wire, we have got Avant Garde. In the solo lane, he has got a big doggy to play there against Loki. It will be Fenrir. In the jungle, it is the little rat that could, Ratatoska, played by Ro. The mid lane is the God of Portals, Janus, played by Ochita, and your duo lane will be the big tree, Sylvanas on Biggie, and Subfloor will be playing that neat.
So Fenrir with a top hat and Ro on Ratatoska. Oh wow, Sensors, they've got an early ward. Are they looking to invade?
This is gonna be an invade.
This is an invade. Oh, and
Law Gaming have come out of the gates here saying, I'm not afraid. Another Eminem reference there for you. And Ro gives up the first blood there. That's not to a fire giant, that is to a circuit. Very nice invade there from Law Gaming. Avant Garde certainly weren't expecting that one. They were expecting Law Gaming to be intimidated, and Law Gaming were like, we've got one opportunity to win this game, and we're going to take that shot.
And what happened there was Ro took his flurry of acorns. That's his 2 for those of you not familiar with Ratatoska, and he doesn't have.
Shrek's in the duo lane.
Oh, what? Oh, Loki ADC! Oh my gosh.
No, he's... Wait, what? Is this a lane swap?
This is a lane swap. Okay, so we'll see how Shrek does against the 2v1 situation. Chilled is over there on the right lane. Okay, this is really strange.
This is, for all you international viewers, this is not the OCE meta. This is the Law Gaming meta. A new meta, by the way, guys. You know, expect to see this played in the SPL very soon. And so, yeah, it looks like Shrek is in this duo lane. Perhaps not a permanent lane swap, maybe just an early game thing to allow Chilled to be rotating so much. Loki, with his 2 ability, that is the decoy, able to group up waves very nicely and clear them. And now we can see Chilled rotating around. He's gotten a lot of experience because he's done basically all of the buff camps with sensors. And so, you know, he took the Avant Garde speed buff.
So, I'm trying to think, is Loki... Oh, there's a blink freeze onto Subfloor. Very early gank coming through. Sensors is in position with the Cobra's Kiss, and Subfloor getting extremely low. He's got the Unravel to keep him alive for a very short amount of time.
Oh,
nice grab by Biggie to stop the slow on Subfloor. Will he risk his life though? Will he go down? No, he's so tanky, and beautiful play by Avant to stop the slow on.
Was a hell of a pull, pulling Chilled away from Subfloor, preventing him from slowing him or freezing him or even putting up a wall in his face. That was excellent mechanical play there from Biggie. Props to the big man.
Oh, and Ro in the mid lane, he dashed in. He doesn't have the cooldown. Chilled's got the... He's got the cooldown as he's chilled. He's cool. He's
Ymir. Yeah.
Yeah. Other cold references?
Yeah, Coldplay. I'm out. Yeah, so Goldie got extremely low there, so you know he was lucky that Ro didn't have the cooldowns on the dashes, or he could have given up a kill back to Avant Garde. Law Gaming, though, coming out very aggressively in this one. We can actually Sensors. He popped a red pot at the start, so he's gone the red pop start. Ro getting a lot of damage here again. Could he die for a second time? The tick damage will not be enough, and he barely escapes with his life. The little squirrel is getting bullied here early by Law Gaming.
And that's where Ratatoska's weakness is so squishy early, and his mobility while retreating is not that good. I mean, he's got a short range dash, but it's not on cooldown. While when you go aggressive, you dash a million times and deal lots of damage, but because he went down for first blood, he's behind now. He's very, very weak.
And that's a bit of an odd situation for Ro to be in. He's known as the Farm King. His GPM is the highest in the league. at about 600 GPM, which is an insane
That's
amount. And
crazy.
to see him underfarmed is just a very different situation that Avant Garde find themselves in.
So something I want to talk about is the lane swap. I mean, it's the elephant in the room. Is Apollo versus Fenrir better than Loki versus Fenrir?
I mean, I guess we'll find out here. It looks like Sporks is going in with the Ragnarok onto Senses. Down goes Chills, ultimate, but a Cheetah picks up the kill onto Senses. Roe goes up in the sky with the across the cosmos. Chilled gonna go down here. Roe gets some revenge onto Chilled for giving up that first blood. And that's 2 kills going the way of the Avant Garde boys, and Sporks did some very nice work there with Fenrir.
And that's the Ragnarok. Someone out of position if they don't have beads. It's very, very good. The dispositioning coming through from Avant with the Sylvanas and the Fenrir is so good. It just pulls someone into the team, and then they'll get destroyed by the Giannis and the Neath and Rose Raz Hosker damage. So very well played there by Avant. I'm just taking a look at this now. Transcendence for Shrek. Over there on that Loki. Nothing too out of the ordinary.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Transcendence gets a lot of physical power onto him.
Circuit.
Blink Circuit, okay, that's a bit of an odd one. I mean, I've seen that in casuals and in ranked games, but I don't think I've ever seen it in a competitive game in OCE. But, you know, it allows him to get close to use his abilities, you know, from a bit of a closer range than normal, as well as that if it goes into a combat blink, maybe if he finds himself in a less than ideal situation, he can use it to get out. Usually, though, we see it on a mage like an Agni, though, where you can see Children's gone for a blink as well. That's pretty standard from a support point of view. But the blink Circuit, I'm looking forward to see how this one will turn out.
It's kind of interesting because Circuit has 1 trillion jumps, so her mobility is already very high. I wonder what the thought process was in that, but there is a reason why they are pros, we're casters. So,
It's
after that aggression, nothing much happening.
Yeah. I like that Subfloor's gone for the Transcendence on Neath, because she can put a hell of a lot of physical power with her Spirit out, and it looks like he's going to execute a lane swap with Sporks now, and he's going to be going to the solo lane, and Sporks is going to the duo lane. So the more traditional matchup between a Neath and Apollo, we are going to see it henceforth, but it's going to be in the short lane. So some interesting strategies coming out from both teams.
Yeah, I like, this is very innovative. It's Avant Garde. Get it? Because it's their team name, and Avant Garde means strange or unusual ideas. Anyway, Blink freeze onto Roe in the mid lane. He goes through the portal. Actually, no, that was Ocheeta's. A lot of damage now onto Shield. Biggie misses the grab, but all in all, good trade for Avant. Oh, over in the solo lane, Subfloor 1v1's Dante. Very nicely played by him. He is ahead though. How much gold is he ahead? 200 gold.
Yeah, and we can see there the Law Gaming guys just going to secure the left-hand side. Midcamp's Goldie putting some bombs over the wall, getting some nice damage onto a cheetah there. Just maybe getting a little bit of poke back towards the Avant Garde mid laner, but Shrek getting jumped on by Sporks here. Here comes Biggie. If Biggie can grab another member of Law Gaming, it'll be 2 out of 3 for this game, and some more damage on towards them, but it is not to be. Shrek wisely backs off there in a 2v1 situation. He's already been pressured enough by Sporks, I think he feels. And now it looks like Dante is coming back to the long lane. And so it's a lane swap that has been lane swapped again.
They really want
They just don't want to face their opposite numbers.
Also, Rose in a little bit of trouble. No, they'll just settle for the ward. Chilled was coming around the corner. It looked like he was about to get frozen, but that will not be the case. And yeah, the reverse lane swap of the reverse lane swap coming through. Oh, look at this. Subfloor stealing away the blue buff over there on the right side of the map, but Shrek spots it out. He is invisible. He's going to jump on Subfloor. Does he have the assassinate? No, he's not going to go for it.
And that was wise there. I think he wants to save that for when he can actually secure a kill with it. Otherwise, use it as an escape, because he could get rooted by Subfloor in place and then jumped on by Sporks or Biggie or Roe or just anyone from Avant Garde. So wise to keep that as an escape in the situation when you're not guaranteed to kill. We can see a rotation by Roe now going towards the duo lane, just going to farm up some more, get some more gold, get some more damage onto this Ratatoska. Around the Gold Fury now, Chilled forced to use the ultimate as the World Weaver comes through from subfloor. He still takes a lot of damage, forced to report on the go. There is the Wrath of Terror. Chilled goes down for the Across the Cosmos from Ro. Ro is dashing in amongst all of the Law Boys now. Goldie extremely low along with Dante. Goldie needs to get out. There's so much damage from Avant Garde though. Dante goes up on his chariot, but it crashes to the ground before he can get very far. Kill there to Avant Garde.
And this is going to be the Gold Fury for Avant Garde. Something I just want to point out is through the Cosmos, not across the Cosmos. I'm sorry, OCD, I have to point it out. So this is going to be... oh, since it's not going to contest at all, that is Gold Fury for Avant. As we see the graphs, it was in favor of Law from that first blood, but now that Gold Fury does put it back on their side of the graph, they're up 2k in XP now and 1.2k gold. Nice comeback here for Avant. It's 5-1 now for them.
I mean, as much of a comeback as it can be from on Kill Down, but still, it was a good opening effort from Law Gaming, and they found themselves in a bit of a nasty situation here. Now down 5-1. You know what it is, Nightfall? It's because Apollo's is across the sky. That gets me confused with everyone else's. Everyone else is through.
That makes sense.
But it's just Apollo that's across. I mean, it makes sense for Apollo to be the unique one. He's so vainglorious and narcissistic, much like myself. All right, and now Spork's gone back to the short lane. Dante in the duo lane again. I'm really not sure how Law Gaming really see this one playing out, the constant lane swap. I mean, do you really think it provides any benefits for them?
We'll have to see as Dante taking a lot of damage in the solo lane. There's the Ragnarok coming through, and one more basic attack will secure it for Sporks. And to answer your question, Husey, doesn't look like it.
No, it doesn't look like it's going to do too much at all. But Shrek finds subfloor all alone. There's the aim strike into him, but it doesn't hit him on the back, so no bleed effect applied. And subfloor does some nice damage back towards Shrek. Shrek, again, not using that Assassinate. He maybe could have picked up a kill. Oh, he gets rooted in place there. Doesn't use the Assassinate to get out. Does subfloor have his World Weave? He does. If he could spot out Shrek, it should be a kill here. Goes for it. Sniper shot. Shrek, oh my goodness, on the barest amounts of health there. He's got 50 health left, and he's going to be able to back and get out. Biggie rotating towards him, but going to be too late there.
Solo lane, though, Senses goes down to Ro for Sporks, and got an assist there, and that's 7-1 now in favor of Avant. And whoa, Shrek got extremely low there. That was so close.
That was very close. Not quite sure why he's not using that Assassinate more often, because like I understand it does have a long cooldown of about 90 seconds, but still, you know, you'd rather use it and be able to get out than fall in and die. I guess he's just very confident in his ability to get out. Chilled and Goldie rotating over with Shrek now, trying to pick up something here on this duo lane, but the Avant boys spotted out with their great map control. And oh, actually no, those are all Law Gaming wards. Avant placing some very, very aggressive wards. None through the mid path though. There is one right in front of the mid tower though, so they would have seen that Goldie was not there. Ro dashes away just as Chilled blinks in and tries to freeze, but nothing going to happen there. Oh, he gave up first blood, but he's all farmed up now and he's doing a lot of damage. He's level 11 now, and Chilled is only level 8.
And something that I'd just like to point out is that Tompo and Rob Diggity mentioned that Avant would group up, but we haven't seen it come through this game.
Oh, and a fight that just broke out there in the mid lane.
Oh, Cheetah goes down. Bro takes 2 kills now for Avant and one for Law. That was Assassinate does come through onto Ro. Can he secure the kill? No. That was the Wrath of Tira and the dash. Ro lived through all of that. That was so close. Sporks gets the secured kill on Goldie, and that's the dear side for Avant. What just happened?
Yeah, I mean, my one, like, we had some spectator issues there. I mean, this is Smite, so that's expected to happen. But yeah, it looks like Law tried to find something there in the mid lane, and Avant just grouped up very, very nicely to counter that. I guess Avant really anticipated what Law Gaming was going to do there and just played it to perfection.
And it ended in a deicide. Very well played there by Avant. Our spectator issues, sort of. Anyway, that was very surprising. So who did those kills go on to? Ro's now 4-1. Sporks is 3-0, still hasn't died. Cheetah is 2-1. Biggie 2-0, and Subfloor is 1-0-2.
So Avant-Garde, so they have the proclivity to not die, and they're continuing that in this one. Other than the first blood given up by Roe on that great invade by Law Gaming, only one member of Avant has died since the opening minute, and that is a cheater going down in that last fight. But Law Gaming, they've had some nice rotations, but they've just been unable to find anything off of them.
So Golfier is able to come up in roughly 10 seconds. Ocheeta's made his way over. Let's talk about ward control. Look at those defensive wards coming out from Law. Rather than what we saw, the aggressive wards around the Avant jungle, they've noticed that they're on the back foot, and you can tell just by the wards as they're cleared away by Roe and Ocheeta.
Avant-Garde really value their map control. I think we've seen throughout the invitational ladder, Roe, I think, he spotted out Shrek here and is waiting for him to get caught. And here comes Biggie subfloor. Ocheeta's hanging around in the area too. And Shrek, oh, the pull through the wall just barely misses Shrek. It looked like it actually went through him there. That Shrek, very lucky there. Biggie, unfortunate to hit that one. Shrek could have been in a lot of trouble there. But map control, we've seen Avant-Garde really value that ever since their open ladder days. And it's really been one of the major keys to their success, is just being able to know where the opposition is at all times.
Oh, chill. There's a blink from Rathatira from Biggie, chilled force into the shards of ice, then straight into the portal, taking so much damage from Ocheeta as he secures the kill, and the rest of Avant are gonna push up. Actually, no, they won't. Will they just go for the Gulf Fury? It seems so. Subfloor has started that one off. Shrek off the backside by the attack speed. He's not going to look to contest this one. And Law, again, just going to give up another Gulf Fury.
And this is where the farm from Avant comes in. We've seen they've got some of the highest GPM in the Pro League, and they were very similar in the Invitational ladder. And it's just because they fight off the back of kills and stuff, a lot of teams are unsure what they can go for in those situations, but the confidence of Avant is such that they will just go for anything. And now Goldie in a lot of trouble. There is the World Weaver from Subfloor to get him. Sporks actually goes through the teleport of Ocheeta to try and find senses, but it is not to be. And now they're just going to steal away the red buff of Law Gaming. And it comes back to exactly what I was just saying. Avant-Garde have such confidence in themselves is that they will get one kill and they'll immediately find 2 or 3 camps or Gold Furies or something off of that. And now Sporks uses a Ragnarok onto Chilled. Chilled is being bullied hard this game by Avant-Garde, and down he goes there to Ocheeta. Senses is the only one left under this mid tower. There's a rotation from Shrek at this point, but I don't know how much he can find here. Down goes the tier 2 on the mid. Avant-Garde knows that Shrek is around, and he could be in some trouble.
Oh, so after that tier 2 going down, it's 8.3k gold at 16 minutes and 13k XP, 15-2, and Avant, even though they lost that first blood, they've come back and they're just saying, you've had your glory with your first blood. Now it's our turn. We're gonna come back. We're just gonna crush all your hopes and dreams. So, Avant just playing out of their minds, and it's again that map troll, and it's their confidence in themselves, knowing when they're ahead and knowing their limits.
Yeah, and they know them very well. That's why they're able to get so far ahead, is because they've got this really good ability to farm, because they realize that if they're ahead, they can put themselves even more ahead, and they just have this kind of innate snowball ability that we don't really see out of many other teams in the OCE scene. Biggie getting stunned out there by Goldie, uses a nice Wrath of Terror to disengage from that fight. Maybe Avant was looking for something there, but they're just going to take the right-hand side mid-camps. They're all grouped up except for Roe, and Roe does have his Through the Cosmos, got it right that time, to get over to the fight if he is needed.
Yeah, and that thing can get you from, I think it's from one lane halfway through to the other, or the mid-camps, from the middle of the lane of Duo, when you... It's quite far, it's 3 jumps, it's really long. And
then he's got his dash as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
mobility.
Crazy. Yeah, and they're using their mobility against Chilled. Like you mentioned, Chilled's being picked on because he's not mobile in any way. He's only got his... Is that a fire giant? What?
Fire giant. Avant-Garde have started the fire giant. Maybe they're looking to bait it out here, but they're doing a lot of damage to it. Chilled blinks in just a little bit too early. Maybe could find it here, but Spork's just going to pick him up like a dog with a bone and drag him right off it. The fire giant still going up, and Avant-Garde managed to pick up 4 kills off the back of that, as well as a fire giant. My goodness, they just turned around and bit the face off of Law Gaming like an aggressive pit bull.
Much like Fenrir. So that was so surprising. I was just talking, and then I heard that fire giant, and then there it is at half HP. Avant just sneaking that one and then picking up 4 easy kills on Law. It barely
I think
took
Fenrir
them...
is a border collie, not a pit bull.
He's got a top hat. He could be anything he wants to be.
Oh, Shrek used the assassinate to get out of that beautifully. My goodness, he's got a probability to escape in this one. Shield again getting bullied, just taking a lot of damage. Dante falls through the pull of a cheater this time. Gets hit twice by that unstable vortex. Good Wrath of Terror for Vicky. Down goes Senses to Spork. Goldie's dropping bombs like Eminem, but a cheater picks up a kill on Dante subfloor. Backflips, but doesn't get over the wall, and Avant gonna look to end this one. 20 minutes. They are just going for the Titan. Senses look, Shrek looks for a kill. Not gonna find it. Sporks is tanking this Titan, taking a lot of damage. I don't know if Avant have the damage to finish this one just yet. Sporks taking extremely low. What can Avant do from here?
Oh, and Rose taking so much damage from that Phoenix. He's up his A, just jumps in his Sporks. Nice grab by Biggie onto Shrek. Through space and time comes through, and Subfloor secures that kill with an auto attack. And now they're looking for this middle lane Phoenix. It's going to go down, and a surrender vote has started. 23-2, pre-20 minutes, like you mentioned. 19 minutes 30 seconds into this game, and that's a surrender vote coming through from Law. Wow, Avant-Garde. Dominating performance.
Yep, that's the word to describe it. It's worth to note that now through 3 Pro League games, not matches, through games, so they're 2 against Synapse and now 1 against Law, they've given up 4 kills.
4, or 4. through 2 matches. Well,
through 1.5 matches, 3 games, 1.5 matches, or series, 1.5 series. They've given up only 4 kills. But you know what? Law, Synapse only got 2 over their 2 games. So you're already tied. That first game was rough for them. Started out well, and there was great potential there for them to build off their early invade. Unfortunately, they weren't able to capitalize on any of their rotations. Avant-Garde were able to get some nice picks, some nice objective control, and snowball too hard for Law to really catch up.
Something I just want to note is Ro went for the healing acorn, which is quite interesting. For those of you who don't know, the healing acorn is the emerald one. It gives 50 physical power, 10 physical penetration, and it will heal on Ratatoska's 3 when it hits enemies. So he went more sustain, kind of tanky. I don't want to say tanky because he was going for winged blade, but he wasn't going full ham and cheese damage on Ratatoska.
Yeah, as he said, it gives penetration. I think he really valued the heal there, and we actually saw it. He was underneath that middle Phoenix right towards the end there. He healed off the minion wave very nicely and allowed himself to escape. So the Emerald Acorn, I've seen it around a couple of times. It's not that unusual, but I mean, people usually have the preference between the Emerald Acorn or the Crit Acorn, which I believe is that's the Sapphire Acorn. And the Sapphire Acorn, you just dash through and you can crit like everyone on the opposition team. And if you've got like a Deathbringer, like
that's the Opal one. The Opal one, yeah. If you go crit, you crit everyone and you do it 6 times, and then it's like, oh, the whole team's dead. That's cool. I'll just take my speed buff now and then win. Anyway, so that was game number 1, guys. We are gonna go straight into game number 2. We've got a 5-minute break between these games, so go grab your popcorn, grab your drink, grab your whatever, and we will be right back with game number 2 of Avant-Garde versus Law Gaming.